Guys, welcome back. I wanted to make a vlog because it has been a while since I posted anything, and so I just wanted to say hi and let you know what's going on with me. I just finished up my spring quarter, so that finished about a week ago. And that means that I am officially a third year PhD student, which is crazy. Where has the time gone? I am still a PhD student and not a PhD candidate, so that might sound like the same thing, I guess, if you're not familiar with that, and this is something that I was not that familiar with before I went back to grad school. PhD candidate is actually like an official term that means something different than just being a PhD student. I probably said it to you like before I knew, but anyway, that'd be embarrassing. But so basically, to become a candidate, you have to usually pass some sort of qualifying exam. So at least in the US, this is obviously, I'm sure, different in other places. And in fact, even in the US, it's very different from institution to institution. But the general idea is that usually your first couple years, you are a student, you're taking classes, you are doing research, but you maybe not doing a thesis yet. And then at some point you have to pass an exam, and if you pass that exam and they think, yes, this is a person that is going to go on to complete a PhD, or at least has a good chance of it, and then you will become a PhD candidate, which is very exciting. So my candidacy exam is next month, is in July, so I will hopefully soon actually be a PhD candidate. I should probably be working on that like literally right now. And instead I'm doing this. I feel pretty good about it. So what we do at my program in Chicago is an oral exam. So basically I do presentation and then there's a question and answer session. And we already did one part of this in the fall, and now we're doing the second part in the summer, and this is like the official pass-fail portion. It's pretty uncommon to fail, and my advisor has not led me to believe that I am in danger of failing, but it's still something you have to put in the work, you have to make sure it's ready and that you're presenting well and stuff. And the project that I'm presenting on still needs some work. So that's going to be a big focus in my life for the next little while. What else? Ooh, this is so exciting. I recently completed my first ever academic paper. So exciting. So it's actually not accepted yet, but we've gone through one round of revisions and it's went back with the referee, and it sounded like things were going pretty well. So hopefully it will be accepted soon. In the meantime, the preprint is up on archive. So this is another cool thing that I didn't know about before I came back to grad school. But physics and the various subfields of physics use a site called archive.org to post preprints. And so these are papers that have maybe been submitted but haven't been published yet, and they usually stay up there after publication. And so this is a really great resource because one, you don't have to wait for the very slow publishing process to read cool new research, and also because it's a open access site, so you do not need any sort of academic access to read these papers. And so if you are not affiliated with an institution that has academic access to a lot of these journals, which is very expensive, then this is a great way for you, if you're interested, to go out and read about research that comes up. So I'll post a link for that. And I can post a link for my own paper. Oh, this is so exciting. Yeah, I had to like figure out like how to like submit things to the archive, which is of course different than the way you submit them to the AAS journals and everything. But it was a fun process, and I managed it. So my preprint has been up there for about a month now. So that's exciting. And if you're interested in it, you can always welcome to read my work. But that was just a really big goal of mine, and to have it done. Mostly done, I guess, hoping that we don't get too many more comments back. But yeah, it just feels so good, and it makes me feel like I'm like a real scientist. I need like a little trademark symbol. Anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much what's going on with me at school. I mean, I say it like that's nothing because that's a lot, and it's a very big focus of mine right now. I guess personally speaking, I have been having a really good year. Unfortunately, I had mono recently, which was strange because I thought I already had mono in high school, but surprise, surprise, turns out you can have mono again, I guess. So yeah, that was unfortunate, but hasn't really been too bad. It just made me really tired for like a month. And unfortunately, I'm planning to run a race next weekend. I like to run because I am a weirdo for many reasons. But yeah, running for fun is great. And I'm doing a 10K, which I love. 10K is my favorite distance, and it's my first one in a year, and I'm really excited for it. But I had mono while I was training, and I had to take a couple weeks off, and it's like obviously affects your training when you're completely exhausted. So I'm not having high hopes for this race, but I'm still excited to do it, and it should be fun. And if everything goes well and my feet continue to be okay, because I've had a lot of problems with my feet from running in the past, I think I'm going to go ahead and try and do a half marathon later this year. And I haven't done a half marathon since 2016, I think? Yeah, 2016. So that will be really cool if I can do that. I'm really looking forward to trying at least to do that. I took a trip to Europe in March for my spring break, and that was amazing. I went to Germany for a week. That's where my boyfriend lives, and so went and visited him in beautiful Heidelberg, Germany, and I got to eat schnitzel, and yeah, it was fun. It was great. And they definitely have been having nicer weather than we've been having in Chicago. I think everywhere has been having nicer weather than we've been having in Chicago this spring. So that was nice. And then we went to Italy for a week, and so it was my first time in both Germany and Italy, and I had a great time. We went to Rome, and we went to Positano on the Amalfi Coast. It was beautiful. I ate so much food. I love to eat, so like, yeah, food culture is great. So much good pasta. Unfortunately, it was a little cold. It was a little early for like the in-season for Positano, so like a lot of stuff was closed, but it was still gorgeous. And we went on this really cool hike. Oh man, that was great. And yeah, the places that were open were delicious. Although it's so like windy, like all the roads, and there's these little buses that kind of go everywhere, and I got so sick on those buses. So if you are planning to go to Positano and you get motion sickness, I highly recommend buying some like Dramamine or something. I had to go to some Italian pharmacy and be like, please give me motion sickness stuff. And I do not speak Italian, so this was a somewhat difficult adventure, but I got there eventually, and the medicine helped a lot. There was some girl on our bus that was clearly getting very sick, and I felt so bad for her because I was like, I know that feeling. But that was my last big trip for a while. I'm not going to be traveling as much, at least I don't have too much stuff scheduled coming up, because, and this is very exciting, my boyfriend's actually coming here for a very long visit that will potentially become permanent if everything goes well. That's really great. I'm super excited about that. Yeah, pretty much it. I have not been getting up too much lately because I've been busy and I've been tired, so yeah. I caved. I've been thinking about doing this for a while. I caved and I bought Civilization 4 on Steam for my new laptop. And I know this game came out like however many, like over a decade ago, but this game was my absolute jam in college, and I lost the CD, and my laptop is so old and gross, my old laptop, that didn't really work very well anyway. So I was like, needed a new version of it, and I decided to get it, and I have been playing it like every day. So I highly recommend Civilization 4. I've never played 5 or 6, and I thought about it when I was like, oh, I should buy a game. And I was like, maybe I'll buy one of the new ones, and then I was like, nah, I know I love 4, and it was cheaper anyway. So I've been having a lot of fun, although also a lot of angst because I've been losing because I was trying to play like harder difficulties. I was like, this is not going well. But yeah, so I've been doing that a lot and trying to read more. I haven't been reading very much lately, and I really miss it. It's just so much easier to like scroll through Reddit on my phone than to pick up a book sometimes, which makes me really sad because I've been a very avid reader my whole life, and I just haven't been reading as much lately. I think I've read about 20 books this year. I'm in the middle of this behemoth right now, but it's a really quick read because, well, one, the font is huge. It looks huge to me anyway. And 2, her writing is very easy to read. It goes by very quickly. But I've been putting off reading this book because the previous one, this book came out in like 2017. And the one that came out before it, it was so bad. I hated it. It was like kind of terrible. And so I was really hesitant to read this one, especially because whenever the next book in the series is going to come out is very unclear. But that's the life of a reader if you enjoy epic fantasy. Lots of waiting for books. Don't even get me started about A Song of Ice and Fire. Yeah, okay, so I'm just rambling now, Anyway, I hope to have some more videos up soon. I actually shot like a whole video and I just have been editing it and just, I don't know, it's been hard to find the time, and I want to make a whole series, so I want to shoot a few of them before I start posting them, because I don't want to post one and then have it be like 6 months until I post the next one. What? That doesn't sound like me. Okay, so anyway, I hope you guys are all doing great, and hopefully I'll talk to you again soon. All right, bye.